going on to the No Matter What Nation, man? I got a special guest today, man. I mean, we don't just talk about one topic here, man. We talk about life subjects, man. I got a young guy, man. That's one of the few young guys, man. I feel like I could really have a conversation with, man. That's really based on some good information, man. He always, dropping a jewel, dropping a nugget. And I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man.
Hey, how you doing, man? My name Hakeem.
Hakeem, what's going on, man? Welcome to the No Matter What podcast, man. So we're gonna jump right into it because that's how we do it, man. First of all, let us shout out the sponsor, man. ESPN Head Zone, man.
ESPN Head Zone.
Yeah, man, they keep us fresh, you know what I mean? Keep us funky. They ain't just in the community, but they're for the community, man, and they're of the community. Always doing good work for the people, man. Looking out for the youth, man. Always got some programs, you know what I mean, that they can help the youth with. So look, man, let's sit down and talk about what it is. What topic you want to talk about, man? Because I know you like talking about life subjects, man.
I mean, we could kick it. We were just kicking it about something. So I'm saying, whatever you want to kick it about.
So let's keep it there, man. Let's talk about. We was talking about the like different stages, like so your age group and my age group, right? How we conduct ourselves, right? Really, when it pertains to the women, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. When it comes to them, well, it's like I was saying, a lot of us fall victim to sexual urges because we can't control our penis.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we was taught that young. So without having no discipline, you just out here jumping up and down on any and everything, and that wasn't really the format.
So, for me, what happened, because that's what I was taught, right? But then when you get a little older, right, you think like you get on your feels and you get emotionally attached, right? And you think that that's the answer to everything, right? Let me go get a shorty, right? Because I'm feeling bad. So I need her, to make me feel better. Let me go get a shorty because I'm feeling good. I want her to take, take this to the next level. Let me get a shorty because I'm celebrating. Let me get a shorty because I'm spending a couple of hours. Let me get a shorty because I'm making a couple of hours. You know what I mean? So a shorty came with all that, right?
Because true enough, though, let's be honest, a female ain't no more than a luxury anyway to a man.
Right.
She's no more than a good time. So she is actually in those elements, but when we misuse it or go get the wrong ones, and a lot of them we ain't even really supposed to or had to bear down to find out they ain't really worth it.
Because what happens is as soon as we get in that situation, somebody feel like they got shortchanged.
Yeah, but when you doing it like that, because most dudes is codependents. You got a lot of people out here that's codependents, can't be by themselves.
Right.
So they attach themselves to somebody. Women do it as well as men, but a lot of men do it. That's how you see them in different relationships so fast.
Right, right.
I always wondered that, like, damn, nigga, you just got out of a relationship. You don't know.
Right.
You ain't just having a good time. You want to get in a relationship and none of them go good because most men, like I said, can't be by themselves or control their sexual urges. So we got a society of women that don't really respect us, but because they think they can control us by our sexual urges.
Right, right. And you know what? That's a lot of time, man. I met this guy, man. He told me, man, he was married, man, and his wife said, I ain't giving you nothing. You still gonna pay my bills.
See what I'm saying?
Like, I mean, what's a wife? Well, that's a wife's job, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, to please a man, but I don't think that's shit.
I mean, I'm not saying that's her only job, right?
The only job, but that's one of her.
But like, when and even when you're in a relationship, man, you know what I mean? Like, you can't like try to hold that over nobody's head. Like I mean,
that's wicked Joan. I don't think that's a wicked Joan. That's wicked, right? Because anyway, I think men undermine themselves and underhand themselves. Because think about that relationship shit is kind of crazy. Polygamy for me makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah, because it keeps a man honest.
Okay.
Anyway, number one. But you do have to have means to do that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Not just finances, but the mentality, because it takes a lot mentally to sustain multiple women. More than the money.
Right.
A lot of them bros It's upstairs you got to keep on tack. So yeah, I think polygamy for a man would make more sense. I think it's about choice, because imagine what a man got to do. He got to go get the money. He got to be strong. He got to provide, protect. You got to make a laugh. You got to be able to do it. You got to really, a man playing 1,000 roles. So I had to go get all of that. I had to amass a fortune before a woman would even talk to me. You tell me I got to go get all this cash just to be with one woman?
But you know,
Tell them said that they waited. They needed me to go get the money, so I got the money. I'm gonna spend back on all 10 that kicked it with me.
It's a lot of dudes out here that ain't got no money, and I be finding them to be the ones that the bros be wanting the most. Like how you be wanting a broke dude? Like somebody that's waiting for you to bring the money home.
Well, that's strategic too.
Yeah.
Because if you're looking at society now, women are making more money than some men, most men, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now they don't have to choose a man for money. A chick told me one time it's called basement dick. Yeah, they go fuck with the bum ass nigga because the bum ass nigga gonna cherish him.
Right.
Fuck the shit out of him like a porn star. You know what I mean? Because they want the bitch to spin back. So, in their excitement, bitch knows she gonna go down there and get some hard liquor, hard dick, and go back up to corporate office like that. She don't gotta be nothing. She can be a nasty broad when she dealing with a man that got less than her because the nigga can't tell her nothing.
Right.
She dealing with a man on equal grounds or more than her, that she gotta comply to some shit. Cause authority come with that provision, right?
Absolutely.
Don't know authority come with a nigga who only got dick to bring.
Yeah.
So you'll catch more of our women down in the basement.
Yeah, I ain't never heard that theory, but you know.
Chick told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a bro tell me I study these bros. I kick it with them. See, when you be able to kick it with them and let the pussy chill, you'll get more out of them. You'll really, really overstand them. You know what I mean? And the chick told me one time, I was like, damn. She's like, yeah, we fuck with a nigga got less than us. Because he gonna respect the game.
Because that allow them to call the shots.
Right.
Yeah.
What can a nigga really say?
So now the roles reverse, right? But like
that's why they know so much about the fuck boys. Yeah. Think about why women so often can preach highly about fuck boys and niggas ain't shit.
Yeah.
How do you know so much if you didn't indulge?
And they can spot them a mile away.
Because they love
them. That's my kind right there.
And keep them charged up. Because the nigga on the level gonna put a foot on their neck.
Yeah.
Because none of that don't matter to a man of substance.
Right. And when you got your own, you ain't going to stand for anything. You know what I mean? The okie doke ain't like something you gonna go for.
They're like, man, this nigga ain't putting up with nothing. He got shit together. And he got a multitude of women beating his line up.
Yeah. But yeah, man, you know what? I wanted to bring you in because, you know, always, you know what I mean? Even when we just out there kicking the bobo, man, you know, you always make me laugh. Yeah, you always give me a little nugget or something to chew on, right? And like sometimes it's like you seem like you the old head, right? Cause you still out there, right? So you know, I'm pretty much like, you know, I'm
retired.
Still,
You're retired vet. I'm still in the field. I'm almost retired, but I'm more in the field than you are because, you know, like we were just talking about age bracket.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm you know, I'm 58, man.
Right. See, so your young broads was 40.
Yeah.
Your young bitch would be 40.
42.
At the least 38.
Yeah.
I don't got you being up in the nothing under 38 because now you're talking about something that might be your daughter age.
Right. Yeah, my daughter 32.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my youngest.
Yeah.
Where 28 would be 29 would be a cutoff, and that's dealing with a woman that got a particular guidance around her.
Right, some goals, some common sense, some ambition.
And some people know some good, because I think a woman is based on, because they got all that.
Well,
a lot of women got goals. Hold up, a lot of women come with goals and ambitions. They they ain't got no direction after that.
Yeah, they got the wrong people in their ear.
Right, with the right people. That's like a man with money. If he don't got the right people in his ear, he gonna blow the cash.
And so what you think? I seen the boy, I forget his name, rapper boy, but he said he don't do business with a man that cheats on his wife.
Oh, I feel like that too.
Yeah.
My man, yeah. I mean, because I'm saying, yeah, that's if you could lie to the person that could kill you in your sleep, what the fuck you gonna do to me?
Cross.
What would you do to me in the clutch? You understand what you say? Yeah, we go in. And I'm saying you don't have to do that. If you are real men, I know real men that got multiple women.
Right.
Multiple women with multiple homes, and they make sure that all of these homes, we visited these homes because I did construction with the guy, this particular guy that I know, and I got a lot of respect and admiration for this particular one particular guy when it came to women, because none of his women gave him any issues, and we went to multi of his kids' mother's houses. It was multitude of them, and each house we went to, we did some maintenance and work on each house.
Right.
And one of his daughters or sons was living there. He ain't had no problems and was married.
Cause you know that come with, you know what I mean, so you gotta be transparent, open. And, you know what I mean, you gotta be honest. You know what I mean?
Honest.
A lot of niggas, they want, you know what I mean, say they wanna be in a you know, they wanna be in a platonic relationship, but they want a monogamous relationship, but they want a multitude of women.
So and like don't want the broad to have a choice to be somewhere.
And then you take her choice away. So when you give her the choice to come, this is what I'm into, right? You can either stay or you can go.
Right. Most times women will stay because they appreciate the realness of a man.
When given that opportunity to choose.
Right. When you lying to, that's a lot.
Right.
That takes a lot, man. I know niggas that hit phones in their cars, and
you gotta remember every lie that
it's a lie.
You know they're gonna hit you with, will you say it was that last month?
And then you spend a lot of money on makeup shit.
Yeah.
Now
jewelry, flowers,
and then they get used to it.
Yeah.
So you got women that'll feed off that versus just telling the woman the truth, man. Like, look, it's made to be that. I don't think no one man was supposed to be with one woman unless she's all that woman. Cause shit, bras need a helpmate, yeah. In today's time, their attention span is too short.
And I ain't really found that one woman that got everything I need anyway.
That's why they need to help me.
But I still believe in, you know, man. I still want to get married, right? I ain't give up on that because you know, I believe like it's easy. Like I just want to have like Bonnie and Clyde, me and mine against the world.
You gotta marry because once you start talking about you enter in the institution of marriage as a business.
Absolutely.
See, this is what we wasn't educated as well.
It is business.
Right, but we was not educated because see, most men get married for love.
Right.
And you ain't supposed to do that.
But I didn't say I want to get married for love. I said marry Bonnie against the world. So that means we can build together, right?
Right.
We can build together. Mm-hmm. I can still love her, but I ain't got to be in love. I got to love the person I'm building something with. I ain't got to be in love with her, like, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean. But I still got to have some love for her because I'm gonna choose this one person and like try to establish all these kind of business with. So I got to have some trust in her. I got to believe in her, and so when I believe in you, I love you.
Yeah. Well, shit. I love cake. I love weed. I love all women. Hear me out. I love all women.
But you don't believe in all of them.
Fuck no. But the thing is this, now here's the twist. When I was trying to extend the olive tree branch, because you said something that made sense, because you get married to protect assets.
Right.
That's the only reason. Okay, me and this woman that amassed a fortune, we probably, say scenario, we worth 1.2 million, me and her.
Right.
Damn, baby, we got to make sure we protecting this. Trust already came in after the first deal. Once y'all did the first deal and the money came back in and y'all like, yo, let's do it again. So once you build, then it's like, yo, marriage is for tax cuts, a lot of tax cuts, married couple get, it's the institution.
Yeah.
So in entering the institution, if you're doing it just for love or infidelity could break up this business.
Well, so now but even though you're still married, you know what I mean, like you can still like, look, babe, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times when you mass forces, they know you're gonna have another little joint on the side.
That come in the game, but that's what I'm saying. That you gotta stand on it. And not a lot of men step out to the front like, yo, this is what it's gonna be. But you're supposed to know that before the fortune even comes.
Well, yeah, she's supposed to know that. Yeah, y'all supposed to have that conversation.
You is to tell her that. Like, yo, why lead somebody off of false pretenses at every step?
Right.
Especially being as grown as we are.
Right.
You
I get that.
40, 50. We at now 40, 50. This ain't the young age. So now we're talking to the more mature crowd that's still out here dating and getting it on.
Because I think when a nigga lie, he's scared. So how you gonna be scared?
And you say you a man.
Right.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
I ain't got no reason to lie. Listen, this is what it is. Now either you with me or you not. Because if you ain't, then somebody else is gonna definitely rock with it.
Yeah, now if you got a woman that's worthy of standing down with her, you know what I mean, where she could cover the order, then yeah. But otherwise, man, because women are assets right now if you utilize them in the right way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
most of these niggas is liabilities.
Right. Because most times they just want to get a bitch to fuck.
Right.
All they want to do is jump up and down on the bitch.
Right.
And all bitches want to do is fuck too, though. How about that? They don't want to do nothing more than get their motherfucking head blown off. All they want to do is get hit like a runaway train for real. How about that? Especially the ones with money.
Yeah. Well, I have encountered something like, listen, I don't want nothing but,
because they burnt.
Yeah.
They've been through, so you can't really do a lot with an older woman.
Mm.
They psychologically fucked up, in my opinion. No disrespect to them, they be beautiful. They got a lot going for them, but that's why. And they say men deal with younger women to manipulate, and I realized that that's not the truth. That can be further from the truth because younger women are just more fun.
And they come with a lot of game too. They
got way more game than the old head because they get in the game from their mother or some washed up ass older broad that's mad. No, let's talk about that.
Yeah, man, she still ain't in the game.
Washed up bitch ain't gonna just do now. She's seeing how the young bros is running around getting they because the young bitches getting way more getting on faster than our young girls and the young girls prior to.
Right.
It was a bigger fight.
Right.
Now shit getting handed to the little young bitches, so the old head bitches, they want to throw something in the game. No, bitch, go down this block. How about this? They duck men, but a woman will lead another woman astray way faster than another man, than a man would.
And they had them going crazy. Yeah. I be seeing these other women
lose their mind. Another bitch snorting powder or fucking Ray for no reason or no money. You know what I mean? Entering into threesomes where you might gotta cap her up and pay for it.
Right.
A dusty bitch to have her somewhere with her ass in the air for free.
Naked.
Cause I'm rocking with her. Yeah. And realize later, Cherie put me in the room with some fucking vultures.
Let me down in the dark alley. Yeah. Absolutely.
Whole time, a nigga just be trying to save a hoe.
And pretty much, we really just tell them what it is that we
That's
want.
What I'm trying to say.
But they want it packaged differently. So they go get the girlfriend to package it up, put a bow on it, but still the same thing. Yeah. Right?
It's worse.
Yeah, because you ain't getting a dime. She getting the money and you getting knocked in the head.
Right. Because they ain't looking out for the bitch. They sending her out there to die. She might look better than her, got better features than her. Something like that. So yeah, man. I think it's both. It's on both sides, man. But that marriage shit, I wouldn't.
Yeah, well, so I've been married already, right? And I ain't say, and it just so everything's about timing for me, man. It was
what the fuck? Let me.
It was so it wasn't. It just wasn't the right time, right? In my life.
Why would you do that when you get to have a good time?
If because I believe in, I believe in the sacrament of marriage, and I believe that's a sacred sacrament, man. So
wow, they letting homosexuals get married right now.
I ain't got nothing. Listen,
no disrespect to them, but I'm saying, no. If it was.
Well, I'm talking about man and woman.
Yeah, but they diluted the whole thing as a whole. And it's exposed. It's marriage has been exposed like wrestling and rap. Yeah, how about that? Marriages got exposed the way wrestling was exposed when we found out that shit wasn't real,
right?
And the way we found out all these rappers ain't real and they broke.
There's a lot of real marriages out here, though, man. It's a lot of. So listen. I mean, I ain't saying they was like our grandmother and grandpa
silent in them Jones, yo.
But they did it back in the day. They just
and they died silent. We could dig up a lot of them graves of them old heads, man, that died silent in the marriages. And you have a lot of them tell you, yo, don't do it, youngin.
Because they was being abusive.
Who?
A lot of them old heads back in the day. So the ones we gonna dig up was the ones that need to be dug up.
About them ones. No.
I mean, ain't no.
It was niggas that done their job, took care of kids that wasn't theirs. Let's talk about that.
I mean,
well,
God bless them.
About those.
Yeah, I'm saying God bless them.
See,
I don't know none of them.
Man, I'm talking them. Why would I speak about niggas who was abusing broad?
Because we gotta talk about both sides when we talk.
No.
We gotta be fair.
Unless a woman was kidnapped or raped, she went for that shit.
What about when she got beaten?
I'm about to tell you. I just said it.
No, she kidnapped or raped.
Yeah, because if she got beat and wasn't kidnapped, she had a choice to leave.
Come on, huh? You know it ain't that easy, man.
Choice, man.
You know it ain't that easy to leave. Back in the day, the man had all the money, so where they gonna go? They ain't had nowhere else to go. I had women in my life. Listen, I had women in my lives, man, that went through that, man.
My aunt out there, you saying something because you how old again?
58.
Now I got an aunt that's 70, maybe 68, 72 right now, right?
Right.
And she's probably the model woman that I base my life on when I talk about women in the world and how they did the job right.
Right.
My aunt was married a man. My Uncle Lionel made him. Well, she ain't make him. He was a hard worker from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
He worked hard. She started her business from the crib. Stay-at-home wife, started a daycare.
Right.
Started daycare, bought her house. When it was all said and done and the marriage broke up, she kept the crib. She was still all right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, women had choices to figure it out.
But you ain't say he was beating her though. I'm talking about the women that beat. So
no, that's one thing. It's all relative because if a woman is out here to make sure she can save herself. Hold on 1 second. Hello? If yeah, because I don't got the luxury not to answer no calls. This ain't no special interview. We kicking. Because it's not even like camera on. Now we have real conversation. But that's live, but we having a real. Because see, I'm better not even knowing that that's on. Because when that's on, I'm moving fake.
Right.
I don't know what to talk about. See, we just broke down in the real conversation. That old bullshit that you did in the beginning. Yeah, so what's the topic we're going to talk about? Yeah, that's not how we kick it outside. We just be busting it up.
But we just had a topic outside.
But look how it. No, hear me out. I'm telling you, for me, I'm a more organic individual.
Okay.
When this shit is rolling, I'm just like, all right, what the fuck we gonna talk about? I'm looking stupid, but now we getting into real life shit. Okay. You telling me about your personal joint, and I'm like, okay, I can vibe off that.
Right.
I can't just come out.
But I'm saying the topic was what we were talking about outside, really. So that's what I alluded
let's
to.
Get into it. You know what I mean? You fucking with the younger bras, and I'm telling you, they stupid than a motherfucker. So a lot of them be fake whores. When I told you, you want to have a real conversation?
Had a conversation.
Yeah, when I'm telling you the bra, I said, okay, I checked the little bitch.
Right.
She jumped because I know money make them jump, right? I was just seeing what was up. But then you'll find a lot of these little bras is fake whores. They not really with the shit that they act like they with. They just want to be in a fad of what's around them.
Mm.
When you like, damn, I ain't pressing nothing. I'm putting on the wood, maybe pull my eye. What's up? Once you like, nah, come on, we gotta go there.
Yeah.
Because you
I get that. Yeah, I get that. So why you waste my time?
But there's a lot of them doing that. Yeah. See, listen, bitch ain't doing nothing wrong with being her. My job is to recognize what's for me and what's not for me. You know what I mean? So no broad is doing nothing wrong. In any circumstance, like even when you talk about abuse, let's get back to that. In today's time, Not many women with a nigga they don't want to be with or shouldn't be with. He ain't even abusing her.
No, yeah. Well, now I mean they got a lot more options today than they had before. Or you talking about before? Like they ain't really had no money. Women wasn't making no money. The man was making the bread. So they really pretty much holding them hostage.
And these hoes been making money. These hoes been making money at least since the mid '80s, man. Fuck is we talking about, man? See, it ain't no back in the day.
Not the kind of paper they
You the
making
new
now.
brand pop now.
Yeah, I am.
Right, so there's no, and I'm about to say, so your era would be what? The 80s and the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Right, the 80s and the 70s.
Yeah, yeah.
So
really the 80s, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And when did you start, the turnover became in the 80s when the civil rights came and all that shit, when they gave women's equal rights or whatever.
So my era was really from 84
right
up.
Which is when women start getting them jobs. Working for SEPTA, around like 89, 90, I'd seen a lot of women work for SEPTA. Wasn't really paying in no mind before then, but I'm saying they jumped in the workforce. They still was getting their ass whipped, man.
But now they got their own bread, so now they can make moves.
They could have made moves then.
Nah, man. It's it was a lot more to it than back then, man.
It was politics because they got their foot on them broads' neck now, trying to jump in corporate because they don't even belong there. See, most women belong at home, right? And starting their own business. Once you trying to go in corporate America, that's why a lot of them got that chip on their shoulder like they do. Because they fighting them motherfuckers that won't let them get up.
But most of the time, our own people don't let us get up.
What you mean? Corporate America?
Yeah.
There's no color in there. See, y'all get it confused. There's no color in corporate America. Is all Caucasian.
No, man.
They'll let a face. Any nigga in high place in corporate America, he's either blending in with the people that gave him a position of power,
or they earned the position they're in.
But he's still acting accordingly. All of them become gatekeepers to the situation.
Well, I can't talk about. I ain't been in corporate America like this. So I
just see when women get kicked out because I've talked to a lot of them women. I kick it with women in corporate America, and you'll see the stain that they had, the chip on their shoulder and the anger.
Well, most women got a chip on their shoulder anyway when they're making more money, because they think the man got to jump through hoops to to be with them. So that's just my opinion.
It ain't a good time either way, man. I don't give a fuck how much she making, man. At the end of the day, she still got to eat dick up. Shit, Kamala Harris, excuse my language. I don't care what your description is, and this is where, you understand what I'm saying? Like, she got to go home to some man and bless the gods.
Yeah.
After all that authority she pushing around, or most of them go home to a dildo. Yeah. They ain't got to get abused. They just got to keep some batteries.
Hey, man, as always, man, always have a good time talking to you, man. But look, this is the No Matter What podcast, man. Yeah. No matter what, man, we'll, we always wake up, thanking God for another opportunity to help somebody the next day, man. And this ain't the usual podcast, but it is unusual because it's an unusual character right here, man. And listen, you can get something out of anything, right? You can learn what to do, what not to do.
Yeah, exactly.
We sign it off, man. I'm Jay, man.
Because you can edit the joint, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't.